I want to talk about how chiropractic works. If we look at how a human is formed, and we have two RNA, we have two perfect strands of RNA, and then as they combine, we have one perfect cell. And so that has the DNA of makes you you. And as that kind of starts forming that one perfect cell, everything that is you, everything that you're going to be, is in that one DNA strand. It then will start to do what's called cellular mitosis, and will start making exact copies of itself until there's what we call a bilberry mass. It'll be a mass of cells that are all stuck together, much like a blackberry, and they're all identical. Then something quite magical happens. It'll start to differentiate the cells, and it will start to create what we call a neural fold. And that is what creates basically the brain. So the brain then is formed by this mass of cells. Then it'll start to let down little tendrils called sheaths, and these sheaths will travel down what essentially we might call as our spinal cord, and it'll go to various areas in the body, and it'll start to make these little buds. And when it makes these little buds, where those buds end will eventually become the organs, like the lungs, the legs, the liver, the heart. And all of these things will start to become developed off that nervous system. Then what will happen is what the body, again, feels is important, it encases in bone. It'll protect itself. So in the brain, we know it as being protected by the skull. So the skull is an armored casing in order to keep the environment from injuring its most important organ, the brain. And then the spinal cord, in order to keep it mobile, and it is an extension of the brain, in order to keep it mobile, instead of a one big casing, it has several little casings called vertebra. And those vertebra will start to form one on top of another here. And when one starts to go out of alignment just due to life or injury or position or repetition, it'll start to maybe cause some pressure on a nerve that's in that area. When that nerve starts to have pressure being placed on it, in our terminology, we call that a subluxation. Subluxation means sub meaning less than, and then lux meaning light, and then ation or ion it means energy flow or ion flow. So what subluxation means is it's a state of less than normal energy flowing from the brain to the body, or lack of communication. So what we tend to do is locate these areas either through palpation, x-ray, or some other type of testing, and we try and adjust this area either by hand, which is what chiropractic means, chiro, and then practic. If you've ever heard the word, chiro means hand and practic means practical. So chiropractic is the practical use of the hands. That's all that really means. And so with the practical use of the hands, we take the pressure off the nerve. It starts to function better. The brain and the body tends to balance itself out, and that's what leads to health. Thanks for listening.